What's up again everyone, and welcome back to another Figma review, and today's Figma number 238, Onoda Sakamichi from Yowamushi Pedal. I'll apologize in advance, this is going to be a quick one, because I am so behind with reviews, it's not even funny. So through the front of the box we can see the figure himself, two alternate faces, two different variants of the helmet, some handlebars, a seat, water bottle, two wheels, and if you can see right there in the back, well, the bike is a model kit. There's the picture on the left hand side of the box, right hand side of the box, the top, and the bottom. As usual, the picture's on the back of the box, and something tells me this time it's gonna be a good one. So as always, let's crack this mother open and see what we've got. The DI stage segment in there at the back of the box, and that's in the same color as the box itself. Now a quick look at the clear inner packaging, and like we've seen before, wheels, figure, alternate faces, helmets, bike parts. And around here, on the back, are all the parts for the bike, and they're all on a runner. Is that hit? Yeah, that's held in there by tape, but out it comes. In the bottom of the box is the Figma bag, the stand, the base, and the alternate hands, as well as the instructions. So the instructions here consist of two parts, and that is your standard instructions in Japanese and in English around on the other side. And part two is instructions on putting the bicycle together. As usual, onto the main event, and that is the figure itself. So here he is out of the box, and as always with a Figma, looking good. This really is quite a colorful and detailed Figma. As for colors, it's all in matte. That's matte skin tone, matte red, matte white, matte black, and matte yellow. There is a lot of minute detail on here, especially the writing, and I have to say it looks great. To be blatantly honest, I haven't seen the anime or read the manga. I mainly just picked this up because I love Figma, and this one does look fantastic. As usual, the face looks amazing, but I do have to say, this character, I don't know if it's just the default face, but he looks a bit on the freaky side. Probably the point. His huge eyes are very nicely detailed, and as always, masterfully executed by the guys at Max Factory. This hair sculpt is awesome. All these little outcropping bits of hair sticking out, that just looks great. But the best aspect about this has to be those glasses. Made from an actual clear plastic, they really do catch the light, and they just look like something else altogether. They look so good. Moving down to the uniform, like I said, in red, white, black, and yellow, all in matte paint, and that text on the front is tiny, so small, but it is absolutely perfect. Just look at that, that tiny kanji is expertly executed. I mean, look at that. It's smaller than a millimeter. Some more text around here on the back, as well as on the side of the leg. And last up down here are those shoes. Also in matte, yellow, white, and black, and also looking amazing. So here is Sakamichi with everything that he comes with. So what we've got is an alternate head with the helmet on, the helmet, two alternate faces, 7 alternate hands, that's 9 including the default pair, 2 handlebars, seat, water bottle, wheels, and the bike back here that you have to stick together yourself. So here are the alternate hands. What we've got is 2 widespread open hands, 2 standard Figma holding hands, 2 hands here, which I assume are for holding onto the handlebars, and a hand for holding the water bottle. And also there's the water bottle, which is also incredibly detailed for something so small. The helmet here, this one's loose, can't be put on him. That can be used for poses where he's holding the helmet. So this is in a gloss white, gloss yellow, and gloss black, and that looks so cool. So here's the alternate version of the head with the helmet. So this is pretty much like the other head, just there's no face on here. So you can stick a face on and it's a full alternate head, which without a face does look very bizarre. But what I did notice is the joint in here, it's completely different to most Figma. It is a much smaller, possibly more delicate joint, but it's got a joint here and a joint up there as well. So that's pretty interesting to note. The standard head, that doesn't have a joint like that. So as for faces, there's the standard creepy looking one. What's meant to be a cheerful smiling expression, but this one just looks hella creepy too. There's the last one, and this is a serious expression for riding up steep hills. And there's that same expression again, but this time on the alternate head. And that looks pretty damn cool. Man, that looks really weird. Just look at those ears. So now onto the bicycle, I'm gonna build that real quick, and for that you're gonna need a nippers. So once you have the parts all cut out, you're going to need something like sandpaper or a small file to clean them up. To get rid of the nubs, like this one here. So the bicycle does look pretty awesome for what is a simple little model kit, but be warned, I have made a lot of model kits and this feels very delicate. This is superbly detailed. From the pedals, gears, brakes here on the back, on the front, water bottle holder, handlebars with brake levers, there's the seat up there. This is, like I said, it's amazingly detailed. It's however lacking a chain, so I guess he's not going anywhere. A lot of the parts on this are functional. The wheels can spin, the back one can move, but not as freely as the front. If you turn the handlebars, that'll turn the wheel. That is pretty awesome. And also the so even though a little bit stiff, the pedals can spin around. Also on the runner is this stand for holding the bike upright. One very unusual point to mention here is, unlike most Figma, he doesn't have a hole in his back for the stand to attach. Instead, what is included is this type of base, with this section here that clasps around his waist. To be honest, I'm not particularly sure why they made this design choice, but it's got both pros and cons to it. Number one, the figure doesn't have a big hole in its back. Number two, these bases suck, and they kind of rub against the figure an awful lot. When it's holding the figure, they tend to rattle around quite a little bit, and they don't seem to hold as securely. And I'm not sure if over time, it may affect the paint. Now quickly onto articulation, and as always moving from the head down. Down to the front, all the way up, the rotation, and that can go all the way around. The side to side tilt, and that's pretty good. The arm all the way up, that can rotate all the way around. There's the bend at the elbow, and that's a pretty good bend. Wrist all the way up, all the way to the back, and that can spin around as well. Crunch all the way to the front, and that is amazing. That is so good. As you can see, all the parts here separate, and that really allows for a huge bend towards the front. And then all the way to the back. That's pretty good. All the way to the front, all the way to the back. Here we are side to side, and not too much movement there, mainly down at the waist. Also that can rotate here at the waist, and that can go all the way around, but something inside felt a little bit funny. There's the kick all the way up to the front, and that is great as well. All the way to the back, all the way out to the oh, my bad. So there it is, all the way out to the sides. That is as far as you can get before you end up pulling his legs off, like that. The leg can rotate side to side at this point. There's the bend at the knee, and that is pretty good. There's the foot all the way down, and there it is all the way up. Rotation at the ankle all the way around, and we've got some side to side tilt there as well. So just a quick mention of quality. The quality here is, as it usually is with Figma, absolutely superb. On the whole, the paint is perfect. The only negative thing I could point out in the one I have here is this slight little dot right here. But besides that, the paintwork is perfect. All the joints are good and strong. The legs can pull off quite easily if you pull them out too far laterally, but otherwise, they're all awesome. The bicycle does feel a little bit delicate, so when you're putting it together, be a little on the careful side. But in all reality, there's pretty much no quality issues here at all. So that's it for my review of Onoda Sakamichi. So what can I say that I haven't said hundreds of times with the Figma? The quality is what you would expect from Max Factory. This figure comes with a lot of accessories, and it's pretty fun sticking the bike together. It's simple, but it's a bit on the delicate side, so be careful. He's got a great set of accessories, and on the whole, this is just another great Figma, and I definitely recommend it. So, as always, thanks for watching, and make sure to come back for more Figma reviews. See you next time.